So in the previous class we have studied about the classification of the protista. Among them we have completed about the two classes, that is number one, chrysophytes. In the previous class we have started classification of protista. We have started. Along with that we have also completed the general characters. So protistans are divided into 5 classes. Out of 5 classes, so now first class we have studied about the chrysophytes. First class we have observed chrysophytes. Then the second one we have observed the dinoflagellates. So chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, these are the 2 classes we have completed. And what the important thing is, chrysophytes considered as an golden algae or jewels of the plant world, and even the chrysophytes are considered it as normally chief producers in the oceans. They are considering it as the chief producers. What do you mean by this? Chief producer means enormous amount of the diatoms it is going to be producing on that. The chief producers andre various aquatic animals are dependent on this unicellular algae, that what we are observing here. Chrysophytes mainly considering it as a golden algae and jewels of the plant world, and they are the chief producers in the oceanic region. As already I told you that planktonic region nalli ಬೆಳಿತಾವಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. Most of them you can observe that. And now apart from that, the important part is silica. So silica is supposed to be found on the cell wall. Deposition of the silica on the earth is called as diatomaceous earth. That what we have observed in the previous class. Similarly, we have observed dinoflagellates also. Dinos refers to the whirling whips anta kuda karitu. So now important thing is here it consisting of the animals consisting of 2 flagella. One is found at the transverse region, another at the longitudinal region. So here flagellates, 2 flagella what we have observed that, and apart from that they are going to cause harm also. They are going to cause the harm also, that is they are normally poisonous to the fishes. And now in turn those fishes are collected by human beings, and even paralysis is also going to be taking place. So in this way we have completed the dinoflagellates. Enormous amount of the dinoflagellates are going to be found. Sufficient amount of the dinoflagellates are going to be found. But now these dinoflagellates, among them red dinoflagellates like goniologs is most important, because multiplication is going to be more. That is what we are saying, it as a rapid multiplication is going to be occurring goniologs. One more example also we have studied, that is Noctiluca. Noctiluca is mainly meant for bioluminescence. So it is going to emit the light, that is what it is considering it as an bioluminescence in the karitu. So in this way chrysophytes and dinoflagellates we have observed. The important ide, useful ide, this is harmful, that what we have observed both are photosynthetic in nature. Third one is euglenoids. Third one we are observing it as an euglenoids. Euglenoids we have to see that euglenoids andre example euglena ide, comma one more is trypanosoma. Euglena is also there. One more we have to observe that the trypanosoma. So now here the important thing is the euglena is normally aquatic in nature. Specifically they are present in the stagnant water and fresh water. The stagnant water they are going to be found here, and usually they are not found in the marine. Among these we can observe that no doubt that euglena is not harmed, but one more example what I have given is trypanosoma. Trypanosoma is normally parasitic in nature. So euglenoids specialization why we have given more specialization only for euglena means in the previous class we have studied that it is exhibiting a mixotrophic nutrition ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿತ್ತು. Mixotrophic nutrition ಅಂದರೆ they are photosynthetic nature as well as saprophytic in nature, means they are heterotrophic also. Heterotrophic means they dependent on other. Daytime ನಲ್ಲಿ they behave as a plant like and during night time they behave as a animal like, ಅಂದರೆ they are heterotrophic in nature. That what we have observed. So next is ಈಗ it is normally consisting of two flagella. ಎರಡು flagella ಇರ್ತವೆ, one small flagella, another one is long flagella is going to be found here. It consisting of two flagella, one small and another one is large. And now the most important concept here is cell wall is not made up of, even though it is considering it as a plant like, even though it consisting of the chloroplast, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ cell wall is not bounded by cellulose. Cell wall is not bounded by cellulose. Cell wall is made up of pellicle. This is important here. Cell wall is made up of pellicle. So now why it is pellicle? Pellicle ಯಾಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ? Because it is going to make the flexibility. The cell is going to make the flexibility. So rigid cell wall ಇರಬಾರದು. So now here it is flexible. Because of the flexibility, cell wall is made up of the pellicle, means it is proteinaceous in nature. It is proteinaceous in nature. That's what we are observing in this. So now apart from that, it also made up of the chloroplast. No, you know that chloroplast is also there, so that they are normally synthesizing their own food. So in this way nucleus is also present in the center. Important ಏನಿದೆ? Habitat. Where they are present? They are present in aquatic, specifically stagnant water, and it consisting of two flagella. And apart from that, the cell wall is made up of not cellulose, instead of the cellulose, pellicle. Pellicle on the thick layer, it is made up of the protein, mainly because of the flexibility of the cell wall. So because of this proteinaceous nature ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ pellicle ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. This word you are not going to found in any organism, but here we are observing the pellicle. ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. Next important thing is chloroplast is going to be found. They can synthesize their own food, right? So apart from that, ಇದು ಒಂದು euglena part ಇದೆ. How the locomotion takes place? Locomotion takes place by means of the flagella itself. ಬರೀ ಲೋಕೋಮೋಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬೈ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲಾಜಿಲ್ಲಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ trypanosoma. Trypanosoma also belongs to this group, euglenoids. Why? Because it also consisting of two flagella and it also normally exhibiting the same characteristic feature of the euglena. ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ euglena ಥರನೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ euglena is free living, but it is parasitic in nature. Trypanosoma is parasitic in nature. Trypanosoma ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ they are going to cause sleeping sickness. Trypanosoma is going to cause a disease called as an sleeping sickness. Trypanosoma is going to cause a disease called as an sleeping sickness. So now sleeping sickness, ಈಗ normally you can observe that the various diseases it is going to be caused by protozoans. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅಮೀಬಾ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಸಿಯಂ, ಯೂಗ್ಲಿನ ಮೂರೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೋತು. ಆದರೆ several examples are there, we are not going to be observing there, because ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಮೀಬಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಮೀಬಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಎಂಟಮೀಬಾ ಹಿಸ್ಟಾಲಿಟಿಕಾ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಯೂಗ್ಲಿನಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಗ್ಲಿನಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಯಾನೋಸೋಮಾ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವಂತ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರು ತೊಗೊಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೀಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅಮೀಬಾ, ಯೂಗ್ಲಿನಾ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಸಿಯಂ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ತ್ರೀ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೆಲಿಕಲ್. ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಪೆಲಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್, ರೈಟ್. ಯೂಗ್ಲಿನಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಗ್ಲಿನಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ protozoan protista. So now we are observing that the next part is protozoan protista. Fourth one we are observing that protozoan ಅಥವಾ protozoans ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. So now protozoans, here it has been classified into, protozoans are normally classified into or divided into 3 subclasses. Protozoans are normally divided into 3 classes. Number 1, amoeboid protozoan, amoeboid protozoan, amoeboid protozoan. Number 2, flagellated protozoan, flagellated protozoan. Number 3, ciliated protozoan, ciliated protozoan. So these are familiar. Actually 4 classes are going to be found, but 3 classes are familiar, is what we are observing, that amoeboid protozoan, flagellated protozoan, ciliated protozoan. Once it has been asked for 2 mark question, classify protozoan anta kelidru athwa protozoan protista. So protozoan protista andre protista nalli protozoan classification madri. The 4 classes we have to write here. So now amoeboid protozoan example em baritiri, what we are writing here, example amoeba. Apart from amoeba we have to write the entamoeba. Apart from amoeba we have to write entamoeba histolytica, entamoeba histolytica. Next is flagellated protozoan. Just now we have observed that euglena, euglena is also there, trypanosoma is also there. They are normally belongs to the flagellated protozoans. Ciliated protozoans example Paramecium. Ciliated is example Paramecium. The important part what we are observing, that protozoans are classified into 4 classes. 3 classes are familiar. On what basis we have classified these protozoans? On the basis of locomotory structures. On the basis of locomotory structures, the protozoans are classified into 4 classes. 3 class familiar anta first baradin nanu. These are the examples. So now 4th class I will write later on. Amoeboid protozoan example amoeba or the entamoeba histolytica. Illenide how the locomotion takes place. Amoeba we are observing that here. Amoeba nalli nodi example amoeba. Illi 2 character bariಬೇಕು, 2 characters we are supposed to write here. As already I told you that based on the locomotor structures it has been divided anta. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ first one, ಈ locomotor structure have amoeba nalli locomotor structure is pseudopodia. In the case of amoeba, locomotory structure is pseudopodia. Pseudopodia andre false foot. So now here you can observe this is amoeba. Idu amoeba structure is. Aita? So now pseudopodia means what? What do you mean by term pseudopodia antandre? Now whenever the animal or the organism wanted to move from one place to another place, it is going to change the body shape like a foot like structure. ಹೌದಾ? ಇದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಫೂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಫೂಟ್. ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್, when it wants to move from one place to another place, that is why here you can see that we cannot call it as pseudopodia, is considering it as a locomotory structure. Locomotory structure ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, pseudopodia is also considered, it is also helpful for the ingestion as well as locomotion ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. So in this way, when it wants to collect the food material, the entire body shape is going to be changed like a foot like structures. So this is called as pseudopodia. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ false foot. Then why it is called as false foot? False foot ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Because only at the time of movement it is going to change the shape. ಅದು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಫುಡ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ again it is regain the original shape. That is why it is called as a pseudopodia. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಲೆಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗು, ಹೌದಾ? when we want to move from one place to another place, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂದು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋದು ಅಂದರೆ then it is considering it as a false foot. But now always they are here only, wherever they are going to be found. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. That is what we are saying it as a normally true fruit. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಫುಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಶೇಪ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಸೂಡೋಪೋಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇದು ಅಮೀಬಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಸೋವನ್. ಅಮೀಬಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತವೆ? ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅಮೀಬಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಸೋವನ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ aquatic. Specific agi some are present in the, most of them are present in the fresh water, some are present in marine forms. Marine andre they are some are present in the sea water. Sea water nalli yavu amoeboid irtave, amoeboid protozoans irtave, they are normally made up of the silica. Idu kuda ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕು. So the organism which belongs to amoeboid protozoan, if they are present in the sea water and it is normally coated by silica. Fresh water ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಲಿಕಾ ಡಿಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಲಿಕಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸಿ ವಾಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ only few examples are there, 1 or 2 examples are there. It is not there for your syllabus, but even though you can see that they are present in both fresh water as well as marine water ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಯುಗ್ಲಿನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥೆಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸಿ ವಾಟರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸಾರಿ, ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಇವು ಕೂಡ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ದಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ನೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಲೋಕೋಮೋಟರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ಸುಡೋಪೋಡಿಯಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲಾಜಿಲ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಸೋವನ್. Flagellated protozoan is euglena. So here again ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿವು, ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ we have tried here. Flagellated protozoan example is euglena. Same, some are parasitic, some are free living. Free living ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ they are present in the aquatic, that to be fresh water. ಇವು ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. And now in the previous part what I have drawn the diagram of the euglena. In the same manner you can see that with the help of flagella they are collecting the food material. They are collecting the food material andre ingestion andre collection of food. Ingestion as well as locomotion. Ingestion as well as locomotion takes place by means of the flagella. Ingestion and locomotion takes place by means of the flagella. That's what we have to observe here. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಇದು ಹ್ಯಾಂಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆವು ಅದೇ ಥರನೇ ಫ್ಲಾಜಿಲ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಸೋವನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೀಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಸೋವನ್. Ciliated protozoan, important thing is here ciliated protozoan important node. Ciliated protozoan andre yavadu? Paramecium. So in case of the paramecium, ciliated protozoan, paramecium we have to observe here. So at the top region you can see that cilia are going to be distributed. This is what we are considering it as an ciliated epithelial cells. Athava cilia are deposited on the surface region. What is the importance of cilia here? Cilia is mainly meant for locomotion as well as ingestion. Ingestion andre collection of food material anta helabodu. So in this part you can observe that very important part you can observe here there is a groove or the cavity is going to be found, that is called as gullet. Groove or the cavity. So now this gullet is considered as nammatra hang buccal cavity anta karitivu. So it is what we are observing it as a gullet or the cavity. So with the help of cavity, so whenever the animal or the organism is moving in the water, you can observe that when the food enters athwa when the food is going to be visible, so that what will happen here, illi visible andre hange with the help of cilia only they can identify. So what will happen here, cilia are normally found at one part. ಹೌದಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂದಲುಗಳು ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಈ ಥರ. So now cilia is normally collected at one part and it is going to send to the cavity. The food material is sending to the cavity, that is the gullet region. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಲೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? We are not going to be used here buccal cavity. That is why we are using the gullet or the cavity. So cilia andre hair like structures which are present. What are these hair like structures? These hair like structures are called as cilia, which are nothing but the extended part of the cytoplasm. Ivella extended part of the cytoplasm. That's what we have to observe here. And at one region there is a cavity. Along with the cavity food is collected. ಆ ಫುಡ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ದ cilia is supposed to be found at one region and then giving the food material into the certain regions of the body. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಗಲೆಟ್. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟ್ ನಾವು ಹತ್ರ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ತಗೋತೀವೋ ಅದೇ ಥರನೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಲೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಲೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಬಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ amoeboid protozoan locomotion and ingestion takes place by means of the pseudopodia, false foot. Flagellated protozoan euglena. In the case of euglena, locomotion and ingestion takes place by means of the flagella. There are 2 flagella, we have observed that. Next part is, last one is paramecium. How the paramecium collecting the food material? With the help of cilia. Here you can observe that there is an cavity or the gullet or buccal cavity at one region. The cilia combines together, athwa the cilia clubbed, and then they formed the collection of food material and sent to the gullet. So in this way food is going to be entered. So protozoan protista, so far what we have studied that based on the locomotor structures. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಇರ್ತವೆ locomotor structures are not required here. They are completely parasitic in nature. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವನ್. ಅದು ಯಾವುದಂದ್ರೆ 4th one ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋವನ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋವನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ಸೊ ಇದು 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಥಿಯರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ಅಮೀಬಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವನ್, ಫ್ಲಾಜಿಲ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವನ್, ಸೀಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋವನ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋವನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಲೊಕೊಮೋಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್. ಒಂದು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಈಗ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ಇದೆ. Where the Plasmodium vivax, what it is going to cause? They are going to cause a disease in humans, chilled fever, that is malaria, what we are saying that. Adre Plasmodium egg, it is going to be developed. Adre further development is taking place in the host region itself. ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋವನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೊಕೊಮೋಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ protozoans what we have observed here 4 ಬರ್ತವೆ. 2 mark question you can observe that, right? Next one is last 5th one, 5ನೇ class. 5th one we have to say that 5th one is slime molds. 5th one we have to observe that slime molds. Fifth one is slime molds. Slime molds. Example, Stemonites. Example, Stemonites. So now here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ mold ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದಿದೆ. Why it is normally considered into mold ಅಂದ್ರೆ just you have to observe that. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, protista part is now is going to be completing. Next protista ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಫಂಗೈ. So it is normally showing certain characteristics of fungi. Then what do you mean by this? So fungi ಏನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, mold formation. The mold formation however we are observing in the bread. ಬ್ರೆಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಾವು mold formation ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ, just we are going to observe the bread itself. So now like that here also we, in the Protestant classification also it is exhibiting certain characteristic feature of fungi. ಫಂಗೈ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಫಂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡೇ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೌಲ್ಡ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ mold. Second one formation of spores. Third one is fruiting bodies. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್, ಮೌಲ್ಡ್, ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಇವು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಂಗೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಂಗೈ ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತೇವೆ ಮೈಕೋಟ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಫಂಗೈ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೌಲ್ಡ್, ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಪೋರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ even certain algae also it is going to be found, but in case specifically we are observing in the more actively we are observing in the fungi. That is why, but those characters now we are observing, that is slime modes. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್? ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ? ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್? ನೋ. Whether it belongs to aves? No. So it belongs to reptiles. Crocodile character ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ? But other animals are also there. Snake is there and other some of the animals what we are observing it as an alligator, what we are saying that ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ lizard ಇದೆ. So what they are exhibiting that ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತವೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ these are normally showing 3-chambered heart. 3-chambered heart. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇನು ಬರೀತದೆ ರೆಪ್ಟೈಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್, ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ 3-chambered heart. ಬಟ್ ಈವನ್ ದೋ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೆಪ್ಟೈಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸಪರೇಟ್? ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ 4-chambered heart. ಬಟ್ 4-chambered heart ಅಂದರೆ 4th chamber ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. 4th chamber is there, but it is not fully developed. ಯಾಕೆ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಏವ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ 4-chambered animals. Heart is 4-chambered. That is what we are observing here. So here also ಅದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ನಾನು, ಹೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ರೊಕೊಡೈಲ್. ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಡ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆವು ಮುಂದಿನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಈಗ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಡ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. So where they are supposed to be found? So these are also aquatic. These are also aquatic in nature, and some are even growing or developing in the dead and decaying part, that is called as saprophytic in nature also. Saprophytic in nature andre they are normally growing in the dead and decaying part. So that is called as saprophytic. Aquatic, some are saprophytic in nature. Means they are going in the dead and decaying part, athwa they are collecting the dead and decaying part of plant as well as the animal. Next is, so here what actually these animals are going to be athwa organisms are showing andre they are normally aquatic anta na helide. They are moving on the surface region of water. They are moving on the surface region of water and ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಟು ದ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ವಿಗ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ವಿಗ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ವಿಗ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ತೇಲ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಕೇಯ್ಡ್. ಆ ಡಿಕೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಡಿಕೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ವುಡನ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ collected, andre they are normally found on the surface region. So whenever they are present on the surface regions, the movement is going to be taking place. When the movement is going to be occurring with the help of the twig, so along with the movement they are collecting the food also. Illi enta food tagondide decaying part of food it is going to be collecting. So that is why they are saprophytic in nature anta kuda karibu. It is considering it as a saprophytic in nature. Followed? So in this way they are saprophytic in nature. How the movement is taking place? The movement is taking place along with the decaying part on the water surface. Decaying part nalli note expenditure is also not there. Free pass from one region to another region. This is one character. Next is whenever conditions are favorable, the organisms are going to make the aggregation. This aggregation of these organisms is called as plasmodium. ಆಯಿತಾ. aggregation of the slime molds. The aggregation of the slime molds is called as plasmodium during favorable conditions. Plasmodium ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. Plasmodium ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Aggregation of the organisms or the slime molds is called as plasmodium. Now next is ಇದು plasmodium ಆಯಿತು. During unfavorable conditions, whenever conditions are not favorable, during unfavorable conditions, these aggregated ಏನು ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ದೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್, ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮೊದಲ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅದು, ಆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ. ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಸಪರೇಟ್. ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸಪರೇಟೆಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, so now they are making the plasmodium, aggregation of the molds, this is considering it as a plasmodium. And during unfavorable conditions, the conditions are not favorable, they form fruiting bodies. Fruiting body andre enu? Fruiting body andre this word we are using in the fungi. ಇಲ್ಲಿ fruiting body ಅಂತಂದರೆ just I think you have observed the mushroom, ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈ ಥರ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್, ಛತ್ರಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಈ ಥರ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಪಾಸಿಟೆಡ್. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್. ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫೌಂಡ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫೇವರಬಲ್, ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಮೊದಲು 3 characters we have to observe here. One is exhibiting characteristics of the fungi, some characters. They are showing some characteristic feature of the fungi. Second character what we are observing that they are also normally andrenu during favorable conditions they form aggregation called as plasmodium. Same in the unfavorable conditions they separates or differentiate, that is normally making the fruiting bodies. It is going to make the fruiting bodies anta kuda kariತೀವಿ, right? Fruiting bodies andrenu, this fruiting body is normally consisting of spores. ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಂಥದೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ, ಈವನ್ ದೋ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸರ್ವೈವ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ದಟ್ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್. ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಈವನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ years together and survive in adverse conditions. ಎಂಥದೇ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟನ್. 5ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೀಜನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈಕೋಟಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಮೈಕೋಟಾ ರೀಜನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಲೈಮ್ ಮೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ whatever total we have studied about the 5 classes, 5 classes ಮುಗಿತು. 5 ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೈಸೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ, dinoflagellates, 2 flagella are going to be found. They are normally poisonous in nature. Third, what we have observed that the euglenoids, euglena character ಇದೆ. ಆ euglena main important function that is character ಏನಿದೆ, pellicle. Then next we have observed that the fourth one is protozoan protista. Protozoan protista is normally divided into 4 classes based on the locomotory structures. Among these, number 1 we have studied that amoeboid protozoan, then ciliated protozoan, then flagellated protozoan. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೊಕೊಮೋಟರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಲೊಕೊಮೋಟರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಅಮೀಬಾ, ಸುಡೋಪೋಡಿಯಾ, cilia, what we have observed at the paramecium. So cilia are the locomotor structures in the paramecium. Third one is flagellated protozoan, euglena. So like this we have observed all those things. Last one also we have seen that the slime molds, which shows the characteristic feature of the fungi. Followed? So now classification of Protista we have completed. Now we are moving toward the next one is kingdom 3, Mycota. We are observing the kingdom 3, that is Mycota. Kingdom 3, what we are observing it as a Mycota. So now here we have to observe that the fungi. ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಕನ್ನಡ we are observing that the ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು ಅಂತ. So now study of fungi is called mycology. R.H. Whitaker proposed 5 kingdom system of classification. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರನೇದು ಮೈಕೋಟ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟೋಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹಿಟ್ರೋಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಮೈಕೋಟ ಒಂದೇ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಇದೆ. ವೆರಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೈಕೋಟ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಣ್ಣದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇದ್ದ, ಹೌದಾ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ limited population is going to be found here. So in this way mycota fungi, you can observe that the limited species are going to be found. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಯಾವುದಂದ್ರೆ ಅಗ್ಯಾರಿಕಸ್ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್. ಮೈಕೋಟಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್. ನೈದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಮೈಕೋಟ ಫಂಗೈನಲ್ಲೇ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಯಾವುದಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್, ಹೌದಾ, ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟುವರೆಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ ದ ಮೈಕೋಟ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಟುಮಾರೋ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮೈಕೋಟ. ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್. 4 classes are there that what we are observing in the case of mycota. Followed? So far what we have studied, read out once again, and next class I am not going to revise that one because already I have revised, and directly I will start the mycota character. Followed? Have a nice day.